Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again. And this time we're going to look at a really weird, obscure game called Exterminator. And this was created in 1989 by a company called Premier Technology and licensed to Gottlieb. And I think this might have been one of the last arcade video games that Gottlieb had anything to do with. But this was suggested by YouTube user Namcotenterprises. And this is a weird game. As the title implies, you are an exterminator and you need to kill bugs in houses. But you don't really have to do that. Your main goal is actually to change the tiles in the floor. And as you kill bugs, they will drop onto the floor and move tiles in the floor. And you want to keep moving the tiles in one particular column on the floor until there's no more tiles in that column. And then you will be able to advance to the next level. Now I love this part. It says winners don't abuse drugs. Then a bug goes by and makes it say bugs. And then you squish it. But you are a disembodied hand. A very large disembodied hand. And you can move left and right, up and down on the screen. When you hug the far left wall, you will be able to shoot from your fingertip. Weird-ass game. You can play two players simultaneous play on this, and maybe that's the best way to go. You can zip through levels quicker that way. Well, what you do is you go in each house, and there's multiple floors, and you have to, like I said, get it so that one column has no tiles left in it. And you do that by killing bugs and making them drop onto that particular floor space. And they will move the tiles that way. Now there is a wasp on each level, I believe every level. And it will try to harass you, and if you let it, it will sting you. You have an energy meter, and it will fall from being stung, by being attacked by other enemies, or by just holding down the fire button. If you shoot a long time, you're a steady swarm of shots, your energy meter will drop a little tiny tick. Now again, like I said, you can hug the left wall and you'll be able to shoot that way. When you move away from the wall, you don't shoot anymore. And you can grab these flying moths or whatever they are. But that wasp, if you try to grab it, you'll squish it and it'll fall, but you'll get stung and you'll lose energy. What a weird freaking game. And while you're hugging the wall shooting, you can like move the joystick and you'll aim elsewhere with your shot, not just along the wall. And those rolling objects, those beer cans, you have a squish button. You smash them with your fist, and that will also make the tiles move. There we go, and we cleared one column of tiles. That's how you advance, and we have this ugly primitive graphics display after you beat a level. Now we deal with these toy tanks that actually shoot, and they can shoot your hand, and you'll lose energy and you'll be stunned for a short time. And now we're in a bedroom. There are different rooms. There's a bedroom, there's an attic, there's a garage. Some houses have a couple other types of rooms. There's a bathroom sometimes, a nursery. Just a weird game, but there I got hit by a tank shot. But once you clear all the rooms in a house, you will move on to the next house. There are 7 houses on that block. And if you clear all the houses, then you go to this really difficult challenge stage. And I can't frickin' beat it. But if you do, then you go to a new neighborhood. If you can't beat the challenge stage, if you die even once, you will be forced back to the last house. Screw that. But again, you can play 2 players simultaneous play. You'll have one hand on the left side and one hand on the right side. And now we have to deal with mosquitoes. If the bee is harassing you, wiggle the joystick and it will fly away for a while and then it'll return later. But these mosquitoes, if you hold still for too long, they will sting you. And you can squish them, hopefully before they can sting you. But again, you can grab that bee, but you'll be stung and you'll lose energy. And the bee will land on the tiles to make them move. God, what a weird game. I had never seen or heard of this until MAME came around. Ah, they're trying to sting me. All the enemies get faster and more aggressive later on in the game. But yeah, you hug that left wall to be able to have the ability to shoot. And while you're holding the fire button, you can move the joystick around and aim your fire elsewhere. But yeah, you just want to scoot those tiles in a single column enough so that there are no more tiles. The high score list of this game is incredibly small. It's real easy to get the top score. Now this time around we have this spray bottle that shoots lasers at you. What were these guys smoking? But the laser will stun you and hurt you. But if you grab the spray bottle, then you can get some energy back, which is very nice. Again, when that bee is harassing you, wiggle the joystick and the bee will go away for a while, the wasp. You can squish all sorts of things. Here I think we've got spiders. There are a number of things that you can squish throughout the game. Some of them can hurt you, some of them cannot. The spiders cannot. There, I got a little energy back from the spray bottle. Man, this game is playable for sure, and it's kind of cool. It's got kind of cool graphics, but God, is it weird. I've seen slightly weirder games than this, but this is way up there. This and Snacks and Jackson. Dynamite Ducks. There's some strange games there. I got a little more energy back. But you do not recover your energy in between rounds. Keep that in mind. And it's hard to determine when is the right time to try to pound your fist on the enemies. Yeah, you have a pound button and you have a squeeze button and you have a fire button. Kind of complicated controls. But it's hard to know when exactly is the right time to pound the enemies. You'll often find yourself missing them. Kind of sucks. Some of the enemies you can squish them right as they're approaching your shadow, and that's a good time, and sometimes not. But yeah, that spray bottle, ouch. I got stung by the wasp. That spray bottle will fire at you. And again, if you catch it, grab it with your hand, you'll get some energy back. That is one ugly graphics display. It's like early 80s computer graphics or special effects. Just really cheeseball. There is a level warp. There will sometimes be a gem that flies around. I think all that happens if you grab it is you get bonus points and it'll drop and make the tiles move. Yeah, I gotta spend to continue. I ran out of juice. In fact, they call it juice. Your energy meter. What a friggin' strange game. Yeah, don't forget if that wasp harasses you, wiggle the joystick and you'll wave it away and it'll return later. gets very, very persistent. Every so often you'll get a bonus round. And first time around you'll shoot rats. Shoot as many rats as you can. You don't get docked any energy for holding down the fire button. Each rat is 2,500 points. Not too bad. Later bonus rounds will let you squish as many rolling objects as you can for points. There is a special warp that you can do on the first and third houses. Now we go to the next house, and now we have toads that can hit your hand with their tongue and make you lose energy. But there is a warp on the first and third houses. In the kitchen, you need to shoot the freezer when the door opens to warp one house. You get a big bonus. We'll look at that later. But yeah, what you really want to do is stay high enough so that the frog's tongue can't hit you. If you go like way at the top, their tongue won't quite be able to reach you, and then you can squish them. You can squish frogs, you can squish mice and spiders. Kind of funny. Maybe this slipped beneath the was it ASPCA's notice, or Animal Rights Agency. But yeah, it's easy to get the high score in this game. Good God. That's Exterminator. We will look at we'll look at some of the other houses or rooms in the houses that we didn't see yet. You can squish tomatoes too, and there's mosquitoes that will leave bombs. You can squish the bombs. If the bombs explode, they hurt you if you touch them. And then there's mice. There's also spiders. They don't hurt you. And here is the bathroom. And enemies jump out of the toilet. What a goofy, weird game. But yeah, those mosquitoes will leave bombs. Don't get hit by the explosion. And then here's the nursery. Little baby crib there. Mosquitoes again. What a strange game. And here is the second bonus round. Yeah, you just squish as many objects as you can. Beer cans, melons or something, and tomatoes. And here's what it looks like if you beat all the houses in the block. You go to this really frickin' ridiculously hard level, and you cannot lose once, or you can't run out of energy once, or you have to go back one to the last house. That really sucks, and you have to survive all these guys. And there's tons more than just those. See, you have to go back to the last house to try the ultimate wave again. Bunch of crap. Well, here's it being beaten with a 2-player simultaneous play. You get a 500,000 point bonus, and then you go to the next block. Now let's look at the warp here. This is the first and third house's kitchen. Shoot that freezer when it opens. There we go. 250,000 or 275,000 point bonus, and you just warp to the next house. But that was Exterminator by Premier Technology and licensed to Gottlieb in 1989. This is Crazy Clown Radio saying thanks for watching Exterminator by Premier Technology and Gottlieb in 1989, suggested by YouTube user Namcotenterprises. Catch you later with another video, folks. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.